Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome, one and all, to this edition of Pacific414 Pop Talk, live on the Pacific414 YouTube channel and Pacific414 Rumble channel. Along with Baron Norman Tag, Cash Money 007, I am your host, Mike, and today we have several topics that we are going to be talking about. But first, Baron, Cash, how are you doing today?
And,
Yeah,
not bad.
yeah, we're here. Yeah, we're fine.
Baron and I had fun
Yeah,
yesterday, and yeah, it's good
we
shit.
did.
I think so. Maybe.
Oh, okay. I'll take your word
Hold
for it.
on. Were we drunk? No, maybe not.
I might have been drunk. I don't remember a thing last night. In fact, I almost forgot that we had a stream. So
Oh yeah.
The hell you say?
yeah, it's like, what? We got a stream tonight? What? What do you mean? And of course, he had Jace there for backup. He was like, "Okay, Jace, if he doesn't show up in a few minutes, that's it. He's gone." So, you know what?
Interesting, but stupid.
That's right.
Hey, he made it! I was just gonna say that was calming, that countdown. How are we supposed to get raged up and grind my gears stuff? No, with that,
I
really
know.
hard.
It's tough, man.
Or look at poor
Until
Cash.
I find an alternative to restream, we got to work with what we got.
We're gonna be fine, man. We're gonna make it, man. Come
He's
on, man.
gonna make it
That's
after
right.
all. Do.
Wait. This is Cash you're talking about, Barrett. Are you sure about that?
Yeah. No, I just sacrificed Baron.
Yeah, sacrifice Baron. Then you sacrifice me. Then who's left to sacrifice after we're gone?
I don't know.
Jace,
Find a replacements. No.
Jace, crit, Phil. Yeah, go on.
Uh huh. Yeah. 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 And yes, we are live over on the Phantom Bulligans.
Woo!
Hmm?
Booligans.
I'm scared. Did it make it to mine? I thought I kept that connected in.
Yeah, I'm double checking. I'm making
Yeah.
sure
Oh
you're
yeah.
live.
Yeah, I am. I'm alive.
You
Mhm.
should be, bro. Come on, man.
Yeah, bruh.
I well,
Bruh.
well,
You,
it's a new
you
thing.
should be
Yeah,
live,
dude.
bruh.
Come on, bruh.
Come on, bro. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Yeah. We're live on all three YouTube channels and also Pacific Forum Forum Rumble. I'm just double checking a few things. I would have uploaded our normal Wednesday intro, but it takes too long on Restream to do it. So
Restream,
I was
why
like,
have
you
you
know what?
done this?
Fine, we can
Restream.
do the countdown.
Restream.
Mhm.
Alfred. Alfred.
Yep. Hey, downvoter, I'm aware that you're there and that you're downvoting. Thank you. Thank you for the interaction. Appreciate it.
Woohoo!
You have a nice
Yeah,
day
it's
now.
you.
Well,
Woohoo!
as I say to anybody, you got a problem with me? Tell me what your
You
problem
got
is.
a problem with Mike.
We don't have enough
Taking up
time for this show for me to do that.
What is your complaint, Baron? Well,
Uh,
hold
Well,
on.
chapter one.
If Mike could use self, that'd be a great improvement.
That'd be great.
Can we change this to Baron Orman Tag and Friends Pop Talk, please?
I'm taking over.
Arr!
I hate when those guys
Uh,
take over, man. They take over. That was the worst pop talk I've ever heard.
Why is that some bitch next to me?
well, fine. I'll move you. You can be next to Cash. There.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Happy now?
Yeah, actually, I am.
There you go. Now Cash is next to James
Now I
Gunn.
can see
Yeah,
it.
they're like
But
two
I mean,
peas in a
come on,
pod.
Baron. You were still next to Kratos.
Look, I
I know I was, but I mean, but you know,
look.
look at that
I'm
face. Look at
happy.
that face he's got. That's
I
so.
know.
That's
I'm
so
happy to
soy.
give James Gunn credit for Guardians of the Galaxy, but somebody did make a good point recently. Well, do you think it would be the same if Chris Pratt wasn't in it? And I says no. Of course not.
No, no.
Of course not.
It would have been Nick Offerman. There you go. Oh, that silenced him.
So, Cash, how you doing today?
Pretty good.
Good.
I have nothing to say after that one. I'm gonna go over here now.
It's over, man.
It's
It's
over.
over.
It's over.
It's
It's
over.
always over, man.
So you guys had a good chill last night
Oh,
on
Yeah, we
Cranky
did.
Old Fans.
Thank you.
when we finally got it going, yeah.
Yeah, when it wasn't messing around. Yeah. Hit the button. I did hit the button. No, no.
What
Did
the
you
hell,
hit the
Josh?
right button?
Gosh.
Finally.
Stream, yeah, because it's like no. StreamYard's like, no, you haven't done enough. You haven't done enough. You didn't hit this button. You didn't. Yes, I did. No, you didn't.
Yeah.
Fine.
So I did it. I
Yeah.
did it. I
So
got it
Baron,
going.
Baron,
Ash
Baron
was in the
decided to hit the
corner
button.
in the fetal position. I don't know what
Yeah,
to
I can't
do.
do it.
I don't know.
What
I
happened?
don't know.
Meanwhile, Baron's like Scotty. Hey, come! I told
No,
you,
it's
you can't
just
push it too hard.
well, it's just like last week where it's like, you're using OBS and it's like, hey, oh, your frames are dropping. Why? What is going on here? Like Ghostbusters was just literally cursed last week.
Oh God. Yeah.
Well, of course, it's Ghostbusters. What do you expect?
And it was cursed, dude. Slimer got into the wrong system and so on. Yeah, for sure.
Ew. Leave your private life out of this.
Yeah, come on, Cash. Nobody needs
right.
to hear about
Right.
that.
Slimer's
Nobody.
part of my private life.
There he goes
Well,
again. Listen, I don't
name dropping.
want to know what you call it, but come on,
oh
Cash.
my,
Really?
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I mean, he's name
let's
dropping.
go
It's
in that
always name
direction,
dropping.
sure. Name dropping.
But
right?
I mean, Scorsese and I went out to dinner last night, and we were discussing, his films, Goodfellas, and all
I
that.
was wondering why he's so jealous of these Marvel films and so on. He's brought up at least the last few years. They're just
Mhm.
theme park movies, as he put it.
Well, because he's a auteur. He's an
Yeah.
artist. He's
Well,
not a filmmaker. He's an artist.
he's an artiste, but in a way, he does have a point. I mean, look at what's happened with a lot of comic book movies, unfortunately.
Yeah. Oh, he's absolutely right. I mean, he's absolutely
so
right now how things are going, and with that down there, I don't see any hope.
I just
No hope. It's over.
We were
People,
talking.
it's over.
We were talking a few days ago last week. It's like, what if for some reason that new Superman movie is more about doom and gloom and not hope and actual hope and change and real change?
There's nothing
No.
wrong with having a positive message in a movie,
No.
having hope for the audience, having a feel good moment in the audience, especially near the end where the audience is going, yeah, I like that. Yeah. Now I'm going to go tell my friends about it.
Well,
That's right.
most of the film is going to be him struggling to put the boots on as the world goes to hell around.
That's what it seems. I can't get these boots on.
And do you think I'm wrong about it? I think I'm right there.
No, he's going to be taking his sweet time, putting the boots on, putting the cape on, and everything else on. By the time he gets outside, the world's going to be gone. He's just going to go.
Zod is going to keep yelling at him from like that triangle thing and stuff. Where is Superman? And he's like spitting. He's trying to spit from his mouth and stuff, like the old Zod.
Yep.
Hello, Leia.
Well,
Good to see you, Leia Rose.
And the Earth will be destroyed. And he goes, well, I guess I got to find a new planet now. And he flies off to their planet, and the same thing happens again. It'll be like Earth 2 then. He'll hi, Leia Rose. Yeah. He'll go from this Earth to Earth 2, and and by the time everything's done, he's on Earth 942.
Yeah, but it's going to be really stupid if they make a Superman movie if it's not about injustice where Lois Lane actually dies and Superman goes crazy. It's going to be weird if they do a dark version of Superman with this movie. And like you said, he's putting on his boots. Oh, the world's going to hell. It's okay. At least boot went on there properly.
Right, Superman ain't got time for that.
Well, look at the damn poster. I mean, he's there putting his boots on. You can see the thing out the window coming down.
Right.
This guy's pretty fast. About the only person faster than him is the Flash.
Exactly. Right.
And it's like
you got it. Yes.
It's like, I want Christopher Reeve back.
Yeah, I know. or Henry Cavill or Henry
Yep.
Cavill or whatever.
I mean, they're fast changers.
Yeah.
But this guy, oh look, they got a latte on sale. I gotta go get that.
it's Soy Man.
And
Super
there'll be
Soy.
people that argue with you, and that's not gonna happen.
Well, you know what?
You know,
we are going to criticize these movies and TV shows, especially when, as taxpayers, our funds went to bail out Hollywood. So we're not just paying for it once, we're paying for these projects twice.
Or even 3 times. We don't know what a shenanigans.
Taxpayer money should not be in. Well, we can say that about a lot of
So
things.
yes,
But anyways, yeah.
when somebody says, "Oh, don't complain. If you don't like it, don't watch it." Well, guess what? As a taxpayer, I paid for it already, so I'm gonna complain about it if it sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it does.
It's a good point.
Why not?
I don't think I really have any desire, and I don't think my brother does either, and other people I know have any desire to see that Superman movie. I have this feeling in my mind that it's going to be doom and gloom. Just have a feeling.
Doom.
Yeah.
It's
won't
over,
be-
man. It's all over, man.
That's right.
It's
That's
over.
right.
It's over. Yeah.
Yep.
It's over. Everybody, it's over.
I have not been happy with James Gunn's vision of DC so far.
Well, how can you say that, Cash? We don't know exactly what his vision is.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
But
we don't know what his vision is. But
I mean, a guy who supports a movie like The Flash,
Well,
who's one of the heads of DC.
Well, he's all over the place. I mean,
I
it's
know.
one thing,
I
and then
know.
it's another thing. It's like, excuse
That's
me,
right.
which James Gunn are we getting now?
That's right.
Yeah, which James Gunn are we getting? After all, this is James Gunn. You know what he says about the '89 Batman film?
Well, thanks. Right. And I
Thank you,
wish he
Joel.
would. Yeah, I wish he would acknowledge that, because of that movie, it even pushed comic books further. Like we wouldn't have gotten to the point of Batman Begins without Batman '89. That's how I feel, and I think a lot of people do as well.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, comics were hurting
yes.
in the '80s. That's why they did that big revamp, which was successful. Like I said, if they want to see a revamp of the superheroes, look at what they did in the '80s.
Yeah,
and then
of
lo and
course.
behold, boom! You had
Mhm.
Batman '89. Then you had the Flash 1990 series, which was excellent.
I gotta
But of
watch
course,
that one.
CBS was a bunch of I got to figure out which box that's in because I want to pull it up and start watching it. But I mean, it was a great series. It was doing good in the ratings, but CBS, it costs too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're too busy
Well-
wanting to have geriatric shows. It's like, then why do you even take a show?
Right.
Go away.
Well, they were doing stuff with Thor too, and it followed what the comic did. They were doing stuff with Captain America. It followed what the comic book was doing.
Mhm.
You could like it or not, but it still followed what the formula was, and that there was no problem with that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
When Captain
So-
America throws his mighty shield,
Well, let's go ahead and get into that James Gunn article
All
and
right.
find out
Oh,
what he
the
has to say.
pain, the pain, the pain.
All right, Spock. Thanks. You mind melded with the
That's
Horta.
not- No, that. Come on, that's Dr. Smith. Come on, the pain, the pain.
No, I was thinking when Spock mind melded with the Horta and said pain,
Yeah, but Spock
pain.
didn't say it like. Yeah, well, see, that's how Spock said it.
I just making a reference to Spock in the original series, Baron. Cut me some slack.
Hey, I'm going one better and going Lost in Space, man. Come on, man.
Danger, Cash Money, danger.
There
That's
we
right.
go.
All right, so we have the story from Cosmic Book News. I keep wanting to call them Comic Book News, but
It's all right,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah.
and it says James Gunn says not all DC projects guaranteed. We'll never put a half-ass script into production.
Doubt.
Yeah. Well, I've got a clip for you, James Gunn.
Ow! I'm
No.
glad he made it over too.
Well, like I said, I'm
It is one of our
limited
most
as
used
far as what clips I can put here on Restream. So,
But But it is
until
one
I,
of our most used ones. So
yeah, until I find an alternative. I tried to put at least the ones that we used enough of. So this is by Matt McGlowan. It
Maddie,
was published a few days ago. Don't believe that 2 minutes ago because it wasn't 2 minutes ago.
I believe everything I read.
That explains a few things. James Gunn takes to social media to clarify earlier comments about the DCU. This time stating all DC projects that have been announced aren't guaranteed to happen. Then why are you going to boast about all these announcements and make all these announcements and then backpedal and say they're not guaranteed? Let's find out, shall we?
Yay.
IGN erroneously published an article stating James Gunn assures every announced DCU project is still coming despite lack of updates.
Well,
Gunn
let's be
caught
fair. Let's be
Of
fair
course.
about this.
Yeah.
it's
IGN
IGN.
erroneously publishes anything.
Yeah. Erroneously
Yeah.
right. That's true.
Just want to defend them. I want to defend them. Okay, don't say I never defended you, IGN.
Yeah.
And remember, that guy worked for them.
Yeah.
Enough said.
Mhm.
Enough said. Back
For
to
a
you,
few
Mike.
months, yeah, for a few months as a mod.
Oh, it's enough there.
That
Mike.
was before a lot of the craziness, though, Baron. So
So it says Gunn caught wind of the article and replied, just to clarify, I said everything we originally announced still in development. Not that it's still coming. That all depends on scripts. We'll never put a half-assed script into production just because it was announced. You sure about that?
Doubt.
Mm-hmm.
X for doubt, X for doubt, X for
Yep.
doubt.
Everyone put an X in the chat for what he's saying there. X for doubt.
Yeah.
Superman, Creature Commandos, Lanterns, Supergirl are definites. Recently saw Gunn confirm that only Lanterns and Supergirl is currently in pre-production, and of course, Creature Commandos gets released in December, and his Superman movie starring David Cornsweet next July.
No,
A
that
fan,
name does not convince. It's like a corn sweat.
Corn
Hey,
sweat,
how
yeah.
you? Yeah, hey, corn sweat. Are you part of
Corn
the sweat
sweat.
odds? Nerd.
Morty sweat. No, but the
take
funny
your
thing is,
time, DJ. Take your time,
he
brother.
just
Glad to
looks
have
like
you here.
he looks like a poor version of Henry. That's what makes me laugh about the whole thing.
It's
So.
Henry Cavill from Wish.
It is. It is.
Artimo, one of the two.
Yeah.
Yeah. A fan also questioned Gunn about his remarks. I don't mean to sound daft, but why announce if you don't have viable scripts?
Ow!
Wow. Yeah.
Gunn replied, because they would all get out there with or without us announcing, as projects since have. So we simply announced the projects we're putting in development.
Oh boy.
Well, then you
Yeah,
dug your own hole, James Gunn.
That's right.
you just don't announce crap, man.
No, man. Because you know these things can get canceled by Zaslav and so on. So it's
Yeah.
just it's happened before already.
Well, even one step. If
Few things.
what he's coming out with, if they start flopping, Gun could be gone.
Right. Exactly.
They might go, Zach, can you come back? We're
They
sorry.
might. You never know.
You never
Depends
know, man.
how desperate they get.
Right.
Yeah,
How much
well,
money they would give to Snyder. Yeah.
Yeah. This is Hollywood, and then you'd
It is.
see all our favorites back.
Weird.
Hollywood.
That's-
They're so kooky and so silly.
So it goes on to say Swamp Thing still in development, also first announced at the big DCU event back in January of 2023. Includes a Swamp Thing movie, which is being developed by James Mangold. Fans stated to Gunn that Swamp Thing got canceled, to which Gunn replied, no, what made you think that? However, per Gunn's words above, Swamp Thing being in development doesn't mean it's happening. It all depends on the script, just like the following. The DCU announcement also saw film announcements for The Authority and The Brave and the Bold, which Andy Muschietti is supposed to be directing.
Well, now the big question is what Swamp Thing are they going to do? Are they going to go the Alan Moore way? Or are they going to go, one of the other guys' way? I mean, if they start going the Alan Moore, you're going to get dark. Going to get dark.
Mhm. Yeah. And I think it should be dark, to be honest.
Yeah, Swamp Thing should. Yeah. Again, it depends on what hero or who you're dealing with. Depends on what the tone of the movie is.
Hmm.
But they have a tendency to want to paint everything black. You know,
Yeah.
it's all dour and gray and horrible, and superheroes are, they're not really superheroes.
And it says additional announcements for TV include the live action Waller series, Booster Gold, and the Wonder Woman related series Paradise Lost. And
Mm.
that's pretty much it.
I think I'll watch my Thundar the Barbarian Blu-rays.
You know who actually did in one of the what was it was it DC Heroes Back in Action? That's not what it was called. It was called something else, but uh freaking good old Mark Hamill actually did a voice, and he didn't sound like the Joker. He was Swamp Thing in that. That's
Wow.
it. He was, yeah. Hmm.
Good evening, Los
Anybody?
Beck Linux Gaming. How you doing, brother?
Hey, what's going
Medical
on, bro?
Man. Hey, yay, he's here. Now we need to get Punk Waddle in here and we can have Penguin Dome.
Penguin Dome. Dun, dun,
Two
Dun
dun.
dun
penguins enter, one
dun.
penguin leaves. Don't, 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 don't. Back to you, Mike. Um, no,
No, I want to hear what you guys have to say after what was in this article, which wasn't a whole lot, but
Well,
well,
I
it
just
wasn't a whole
think
lot, but
it's
it speaks volumes.
yeah, it's just
Yeah.
I announced this project. Okay, so people ask, okay, but what substance do you have? Well, I did this before the leaks, and it's like, really, dude? Great. Still, there's not much substance.
They got the wrong person for the job.
Uh,
The
yeah.
moment they announced it, I did not see him able to be a leader, quote unquote, creative director of any of this stuff. Uh, this is a man himself who enjoys deconstruction as well as a lot of
That's
the
true.
others,
That's true.
um, which goes in there and starts uh, destroying things. What the basics are. Uh, he is rabid anti-God. He wanted to put that into uh, the Guardians movies. Going out there with, of course, you have the
Yeah, he
dead
had.
gods and stuff like. Because he's one of those that deep down, I don't think really believes in heroes.
Yeah,
He really doesn't.
he did some nice work as a director, and I don't know if he
Yeah,
wrote some of the script. I'm not sure
I
about
don't
that. I
know.
have to look in that.
He's,
No, he did. It's
oh,
just his arrogance, just like a lot of people in Hollywood about. It's like, dude, oh well, we did it before it got leaked. Who cares? Like, but what if it doesn't happen? And I agree with you guys, because if things do not go the way that they're supposed to go, I can see Zaslav saying, "You're done, James Gunn. You're
hmm
gone."
hmm
hmm
I wish he would
Zaslav
say the
wants to
same
make
thing
money.
about. Yeah, exactly. He wants to make money now. He's made some stupid decisions, but
yeah,
and Sapphire, who is with him, Sapphire, I think, right? Saffron,
Saffron. Saffron.
Saffron,
Saffron, yeah.
Saffron. Yeah, excuse me, Sapphire. That's funny though. I don't know. He hasn't said too much. Gunn's been saying a lot of things,
Mhm.
and I know he's gotten fights with people. But some
Yeah.
people it's like, look, we don't want to call you a hack, dude. I think a lot of people can appreciate things you did with Guardians of the Galaxy, but once again, this is another beast.
hmm
When are you guys going to respect the beast? Respect the beast.
No, I mean,
Hmm.
again, like you said, he's all full of himself.
Yes,
Um,
he's proven that. So
he's
he's
all
happy.
over the place. I
He
mean,
Hmm.
is.
he can't keep a story straight, which is fine. I mean, it's nice to go out there and throw some red herrings, but he's gone beyond red herrings.
Right.
And you can't believe a damn word he says.
The only person that seems to care a lot about having a good vision is Matt Reeves. Now, yes, I had some problems with the Batman, but it still made a lot of money because it's Batman and it still was telling a story of Batman. And this is supposed to be year 2, even though I didn't like Catwoman and some other things in this movie. But because of that film, we get the Penguin, which a lot of people
which
are
you're
enjoying.
enjoying.
That's right.
Mhm.
And I will show that to you guys sometime soon. So, yeah.
And of course, you had Robert what's it? Is it Robert Pattinson?
Pattinson.
Pattinson.
Pattinson. Yeah.
Pattinson.
I'm Batman. I'm Batman. Look at my sparkles. No, but I mean,
What's up,
I
Brett?
have.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing,
Good to
man?
see you, Brett.
Yep.
I have no faith. I have no faith in this. This is the last thing we need, especially. He wants to also try to copy Marvel's formula.
Yes.
No, he basically
He
wants
is.
to do
I
a phase
agree.
1, phase 2.
Yes.
And
Yes.
don't do
That's a
that.
good
Be
point. No,
different.
man, you don't have to do that. This is the whole thing. There's been an animated movie of Injustice, and he's talking about we're going to do Injustice, we're going to do Green Lantern, all these projects. Okay, but there's already the formula there. There's the material there. At least he hasn't come out and said, "Well, there's no source material." At least he hasn't done that. Not
Yet.
yet.
And how much you want to bet that one of his little secrets is we'll see Ezra Miller?
Right. Well, I also liked Phil's idea. Let's do a new Batman and Robin that then the next movie connects with Nightwing. I'm like, okay, and then let's put Barbara Gordon in there, and let's put Batman. Batman has to be in there too. He has to be. Yes, we have to connect everything if we're going to do that.
I'm Batman.
Yep, exactly. I knew it, Baron.
You guys know my favorite movie, Batman, and that's Keaton.
Yeah, and it's a really good film. I it's not my all-time favorite, but I would tell people all the time that that's a very enjoyable film. Yeah, that's right. It did so much to bring even more comic book films to the screen. Once again, there is no Nolan films without Batman 89. There just isn't. There can't be. There's no way.
There's no Matt Reeves, the Batman, without
That's right.
Batman 89.
Well, you wouldn't have had the animated series. You wouldn't have
Exactly. Kevin Conroy is Batman.
Right. Exactly, man. Yes.
All right. So, any final thoughts?
I'm not quite there yet with the FU to him, but we're getting close to there. But while we're at it, fuck you, Mark Hamill. Just fuck you.
Folks, just know that even if we don't say anything in reference to Mark Hamill, that Baron's probably going to say it anyway.
Yeah. Look, it's just because, once again, I always like to point this out just so people get the reference of it, the context, is that it's just because some of these actors, like Hamill and other people, they can't keep their mouths shut and they don't do their research on things. So if you're going to open your mouth, do your research and know your fan base.
Well,
we can appreciate your work, but as human beings, a lot of these celebrities, and I will tell people 100 times, don't just have much faith in them. Sometimes you can, but other people, not so much.
Yeah. How many believe that actors are self-centered punks? Well, and the reason
I know. I wish I had.
I know.
There are clips missing that we don't have on here right now.
We love them, but we don't have room for. But to clarify that even more, the big thing with Hamill is not his political views, or stuff like that. No problem. Okay, I can appreciate people who don't have the same political views.
That's right.
As me,
Agreed.
as well as
agreed.
Yeah, exactly. Who is Mark Hamill? But it's his attack on the fans.
Yes.
Because they don't have his political beliefs. I have to respect enough to to accept him for who he is, political beliefs and all, but he doesn't have the same going back. And it's like, okay, fine, you're going to play that game. Fuck you, Mark Hamill. Just fuck you.
Right. Yeah. You guys want to play these games. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes.
Right. It's not necessary. You don't attack.
No. No.
your fan base because
No.
because you're going to lose like half of them if you're not
That's right.
careful.
That's right. It's not smart. Not a smart move.
You're going to
ever.
walk away from convention with a lot less money from giving autographs.
That's right.
Mhm.
So we're all fans of holiday movies, in particular Christmas movies. Well, except for Baron.
Baron hates everything. He just acts like he likes things.
Except for Christmas Story, and I like the Christmas Story too.
Yeah,
Or, not Christmas Story. There is a Christmas
a Christmas Story,
Don't
Christmas.
watch it. Right,
what it
that
was
one. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That was an enjoyable watch.
yeah. Don't watch Christmas Story 2. Trust me.
Yeah,
Charlie Brown's
Yeah,
Christmas
yeah.
animated. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Oh, well, since you brought it up, just a second here.
There's
I know.
definitely
And
some
it's good. It's
classic
good to see Red
Christmas stuff
Snum
out
over
there.
on the Rumble side,
Hey, Red
Rumble,
Sun.
rumble, rumble.
who says Mark Hamill, like many, are just horrible people in real life. You never
Unfortunately.
really want to meet them. Kate Mulgrew is another that is insufferable.
Yeah.
Although I actually liked Janeway.
Yeah, I did too.
Mhm.
Awesome,
Yeah,
man. Love
Wait,
that.
let me see if I can blow you up. I don't know if I can blow you up like I could on
you tried
StreamYards.
many times. It's like I still got powder burns.
Here,
There, we
we
go. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice, dude. Yeah, I mean, you got the Charlie Brown Christmas. You
Yeah,
got,
this has, like-
I won't mention it because we're about to talk about it in the thing, but
Oh, just a second. Let me turn this back.
yeah,
around.
I mean, there is definitely some great classic Christmas stories out there.
Mhm.
Yep.
So I mean,
Awesome, love that.
I mean, I got one for the for Halloween too. Has even the whole script in there.
that's awesome.
Yeah, and talk about how how it all came about, like the Peanuts Ford commercials.
Yep.
Yeah, and okay, I'm just going to show this one, and we can. I mean, even some of the designs they came up with. I mean,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Unfortunately, there's people out there recently who decided to start changing peanuts. So, yes, Brett. I
No,
am.
he's not. No, he's not.
Yes, Cash is streaming it over on the Phantom Hooligans. Baron's streaming it over on Baron Overtag's Phantom Legacy. Of course, I'm streaming it on Pacific414 on YouTube and Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go ahead and get into our next story after I say hail to Tim.
What's up, Tim?
Tim!
Good to
Good
see you, brother.
man. Yep.
Why, thank you, Tim. Man of culture, class, and I think a little bit of envy.
Well,
see,
I know Spock wanted your pipe yesterday.
that's,
Give me that pipe. Give me that pipe, Baron. Spocko. Give me that pipe.
You know it's
That's
in
how
there.
Pop Talk becomes distinguished because Baron has his pipe.
Yes.
Mhm. Yeah, it's just I think it's a whiskey blend. It's a whiskey blend. It's not the typical stuff I really like to have, but I like to have an English blend, something with Latakia. So I got a backup one. This isn't in my pipe, but it's like an English blend. Yeah, I know it's whatever. Screw it. There we
He's
go.
on the holodeck. I knew it.
Yeah, I am.
Yep.
I am.
And the holodeck was malfunctioning. The holo emitters
Yes, it was.
need recalibrating.
Yep.
Oh, they've been recalibrating for a long time. It's like, what are we doing? We got to take care of this fat fool. Oh my god!
How many
realize
times
how
does
much
it
it
need to
took to-
run this program?
Woohoo!
It's like we hate cleaning up the place after he's been in here.
It just reminds me of an episode of The Orville with Bortus. All right, so let me go ahead and bring up our next story here. It's from comicbook.com, and it says, White Christmas finally coming to 4K for its 70th anniversary. Irving Berlin's White Christmas is coming to 4K in November.
Well, I got one question for Tim. Is Donald Duck Dunn still with us, or did he pass away? Well, back to you, Mike.
Well, and if I see the answer to that, I will make sure to highlight it.
Hmm.
Figured I
Yeah,
need to share the love in my liked distribution. Well, thank you, Brett. Appreciate it, brother.
on my channel too.
Yeah, appreciate
Ah,
that, man.
damn, 2012. Damn. I thought I remembered something about that.
So this is by Charlie Ridgely. Sorry, not Ridgeby, but Ridgely. Come on, Mike,
You're
read.
gonna say Brown. I thought you were gonna say Charlie Brown.
And it was posted on the 14th. And it says, believe it or not, today marks the 70th, at least Monday, marked the 70th anniversary of one of the most beloved Christmas movies of all time. Irving Berlin's White Christmas was released in theaters back on October 14th, 1954. And the holiday musical has continued, enchanting fans ever since. To
Fantastic.
celebrate,
Mhm.
yeah, it is. To celebrate the last 7 decades, Paramount has announced that White Christmas has finally received a full 4K restoration and will be released in 4K Ultra HD for the very first time.
Wow.
White Christmas was the very first film to be released in Paramount's widescreen VistaVision format. This 4K UHD edition of the film has been restored by Paramount from the original VistaVision negative and is set to be released on November 5th. Well, you know what? If you don't want to watch the election, pick up White Christmas and watch that.
Hmm. Yeah, you want to have a little, yeah, help keep the blood pressure down. Yeah.
And of course, it has the link where you can pre order it. So I'll go ahead and copy the link address and I'll go ahead and pin it in there in case any of you want to check out the price and possibly pre order it. Because we're not done with this article just yet.
What?
Oh,
It says the physical release of White Christmas comes with a 4K UHD and Blu ray disc, along with a digital copy. The exclusive slipcover for the 4K release is based on the artwork from the original 1954 theatrical poster. The release includes a vast collection of legacy special features, including a sing along version of the film. Check out the full list of special features below. So you have commentary by Rosemary Clooney,
No.
a White Christmas sing along. Yeah, could you imagine the three of us saying that? Everybody would be leaving.
Uh,
no,
dreaming of a
that would be
white
cool, but we'd have to do that around
Christmas.
Christmas. I don't know. Well, we can't,
Well,
and
we
then
can't do a
YouTube's like,
karaoke
no,
stream
no,
on YouTube
no. We'd have
because
to do it
we
on
get
Rumble.
all
Yes,
the
exactly. Yeah.
claims and
Hmm. Yes.
Can I do an FU to YouTube now? You know how it
no,
went.
no, no,
Okay.
No,
Okay.
no,
no.
no,
Okay.
Baron, no,
Okay. Okay.
Baron, down boy, down, down boy.
Mm.
But
Mm.
anyway, so White Christmas sing along, classic holiday moments, assignment children, backstage stories from White Christmas, Bing Crosby, Christmas crooner. And for those of you who may not know, Bing Crosby is the father of Denise Crosby, who played Tasha Yar and Selah on Star Trek The Next Generation.
She never met him because it was from a relationship that was, how do we say, she's a bastard child.
Huh.
Yeah, interesting.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's why she has no love for the for Bing Crosby, the Crosby family,
Yeah, Bing
because
had
of that.
problems. I remember with the family. I remember that. That's in the history, of course. Yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So, Danny Kaye, Joy to the World, Irving Berlin's White Christmas, Rosemary's Old Kentucky Home,
Hmm.
White, White Christmas from Page to Stage, White Christmas, A Look Back with Rosemary Clooney, photo galleries, theatrical trailers.
Hmm. Yeah, Tim's absolutely right about that too. You know, it was the song that made this movie.
Hmm.
Hmm.
That is very true.
Hmm.
It says White Christmas comes from Casablanca. Come on, Mike, you can say it. Just say it. Casablanca director Michael Curtis and stars the legendary quartet of Bing Crosby, Danny Kaye, Rosemary Clooney, and Ellen. The film
Mike,
is
Mike, Bing Crosby.
hey, I'm I'm capable of making mistakes. Okay, guys, that's an
We all
E1
make
for anyone
mistakes, man.
keeping
E1,
score.
E1, E1. Put it on the board.
Come on,
E1.
Cass. You know what an E1 is.
I know what an E1 is, of course.
Yep, an error to the first baseman.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's right. Right.
that's right. Mm-hmm.
Bing Crosby. There.
Woohoo.
And also, I since we're talking about a holiday movie, I do need to make a correction from Sunday because I do recall saying it on stream that I thought Thanksgiving was actually on November 21st or 22nd. It's not. My Mike made a boo boo. It's actually on the 28th.
That's still my heart.
So it goes on to say the film is one of the only entries in the all-time Christmas movie canon that hasn't received the 4K restoration treatment to this point. It's a Wonderful Life, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, which I have. Christmas Story. I've never bought a physical copy of A Christmas Story or even a
Really?
digital copy. Yeah.
Oh, it's in my collection.
Because it's on TV every year.
I know. Does TNT still do the 24 hours?
They've
Oh
alternated
no.
between
Yeah.
TNT and TBS
Mm-hmm.
and numerous others have received new restorations in recent years. In addition to the 4K release, White Christmas is also heading back to theaters as part of Fathom's big screen classic series later this year. You can catch White Christmas on the big screen on December 15th. That was my parents' anniversary date.
Really? Huh.
Yes.
Chili wedding. Oh, that's
Uh-huh.
right. California. I forget.
And 16th. So December 15th and 16th, you can head out to the movie theater and see it if it's playing in your local theater. Here's the official synopsis for Irving Berlin's White Christmas. And to quote Worf, Irving Berlin. Remember the wedding scene in Nemesis, guys?
I try not to remember Nemesis.
I only saw the movie once, and I
Yeah.
remember something like that.
The
Yeah,
movie
the
is
movie was somewhat painful to watch.
that movie was mostly a blur from what I remember.
You want to know something about Nemesis? That's one of the few movies where I actually checked my watch to see what time it was and
That's
how much longer I had to
that's
sit
I
there and watch it because I
I
didn't want
think
to walk out. And
I think that's the only TNG movie that was actually not successful. Yeah, I think it
No,
is. I think
yeah,
that's
you're right.
yeah.
It
Mhm.
wasn't right. I mean, it kind of killed the movie
Mhm.
franchise there.
Yeah.
Well, I have to confess, Star Trek: The Motion Picture, but when they were going through the cloud, at first, it's like, are we going to get there yet? But
are we there yet? Are we there yet?
mm-hmm.
Not that kind of boom boom, Tim.
not not the Biden boom boom.
How dare you, Baron? How dare you?
But the official synopsis for the movie reads Bing Crosby, there I said it right.
Yay!
No, Der Bingle is perfectly fine too.
Danny Kaye stars war veterans who become one of the hottest acts in show business when they encounter a sister act, Rosemary Clooney and Vera Ellen. They're off to Vermont for a holiday celebration unlike any other. I did a high school report on Vermont. Irving Berlin's White Christmas was directed by Michael Curtis, Casablanca, and features a host of memorable songs, including Snow, Sisters, The Old Man, The Best Things Happen While You're Dancing, and of course, the immortal classic White Christmas. And that's it.
Mm-hmm.
I saw this on Monday. I thought, you know what? I know there are fans of White Christmas out there, people who enjoy the classic Christmas films from yesteryear. And why don't I just bring this to everybody's attention that it's coming
Mm-hmm.
out and you can own it
Yeah.
if you don't have it already?
Just remember, folks. That's not where the song "White Christmas" came from. It was Holiday Inn,
No.
just like Tim said. Yeah, well, New Trek killed Star Trek. I'm just saying that Nemesis kind of ended the Next Generation movie franchise.
Yeah, you're right about that, Tim. By new Trek standards, Star Trek Nemesis
Oh,
is William Shakespeare. Star Trek
I'll watch.
5 is William Shakespeare.
I'll sit down and watch Nemesis over New Trek any day.
So, everybody, is this something you add to your movie collection if you don't have it already?
Maybe. I mean,
I
yeah.
just, when I
It's
finally
nice
get
that.
a
Hmm.
TV that has 4K capabilities, sure.
Well,
Yeah,
it
that's a
also comes with the Blu-ray, so even if you
That's
don't have
true.
a
That's true.
4K TV, you
That's
can at
right. The
least play the
4Ks
Blu-ray.
do come with also the Blu-ray. They want to make sure you get the different
hmm
versions. So yeah.
hmm
Right, Christmas
hmm
is also the best-selling single of all time,
Yep.
but for a while it was "Candle
It's,
in the Wind."
it's
Yeah.
interesting. I love both those songs, but yeah.
Well, you
Uh,
think about "Candle in the Wind," that gained popularity when Elton John sang it at the memorial for Princess Diana.
yeah, in '97, he did the rewrite about Diana with the song.
Mhm.
So, and obviously, all the people who follow the royals and nuts about the royal and absolutely nuts about Diana wanted to have a copy of theirs, and boom, they're going. Um, but White Christmas is immortal.
It is, man. I agree. There's no doubt about that.
Hmm
Yeah.
It's a great movie if you ever get a chance to watch it. If it's playing on Turner Classic Movies, AMC, you know, wherever you find it, sit down and watch it. It's great. I used to watch it with my grandmother on my mom's side.
It's a fantastic film. That Charlie Brown's Christmas,
hmm
The Grinch is still amazing. I mean, they haven't done anything to The Grinch. Thank God.
Yet,
Really do thank God on that one. Yet, right. Yet.
All right. So, anything else you guys want to add to it before we move on to our next article?
ho ho ho.
I like that.
I'm dreaming of a white
Yeah, fantastic song.
Christmas.
And if we ever did something like that at karaoke, it would have to be on Rumble exclusive because man, did they just I looked at our old
They
karaoke
nailed me with the
stream and
copyright
man,
claims.
they just no. They also took the music. They're like, nope. Even when I was singing REM, they changed the music, but on Rumble they didn't. It was fine on Rumble, but
hmm
on YouTube they're like, no, we have to change the music to this. We have to cut out this. So it's like, wow, this is really
Well,
insulting, guys. Thanks.
even though the stuff came from
That's
YouTube,
right. YouTube. Right.
specifically for doing
Right.
karaoke,
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes. Right. I know. Stupid.
idiots.
Yes.
It's all the copyright craziness and headaches and
Well, that's when they got to learn to roll back, especially when you have a stream that's not being, for monetary reasons. It's
yeah,
free publicity, but again, they've lost common sense.
they have. And you said roll back, but do you ever roll out?
Ah. Haha. Ha
Oh, I bet you this really torqued Mike. He's like, nothing
I
against pizza
I
transformers.
I haven't even read it, Baron. I don't
I'm getting,
hardly ever read any of the articles
I
in
know, just like
advance.
me, just like
C
me.
CBR and IGN and a lot of these PC Gamer, especially when they start going off about their J.K. Rowling hate, it's just like, guys, really,
hmm
really, not this again.
Yeah, Godzilla, go up against Omicron. Or
Mhm.
Unicron. Unicron.
Go against Phil's
I
favorite
am unicorn.
favorite robots, the GoBots, right? Phil's favorite
GoBots,
Yeah.
yeah.
robots, the GoBots, man.
The Go Backs comes in.
GoBots were actually
yeah.
pretty cool, so he can say whatever he
I,
wants about
I
them.
I I watched both as a kid. I had both as a
Uh,
kid.
yeah,
I probably had more GoBots than Transformers just
right.
because the GoBots were more affordable.
And funny that the GoBots actually came before Transformers too. That's
Mhm.
crazy.
Mhm. Well, I mean, let's just put it this way. Secretly that was Phil's toys. He loved
Hmm.
that. Now he's trying to look cool.
Oh, okay.
Really. You know that.
Wait, I thought it was
Yes.
He's
cool.
gaslight. Phil McCracken, he's not cool. He's a poser. He's a poser.
He's a poser, eh?
He's
Yeah,
a poser, eh?
he's a poser, that goes out there and gaslights people. All the things he talks about, he's gaslighting, eh?
Like
Wasn't that a fun watch party that we had last year? Watching Strange
Oh,
Brew.
oh
yeah,
yeah.
that was. I like that movie. Yeah,
I made sure I had a twofer for that. Yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, eh,
yeah.
yeah, eh.
No, that's why we might have to do a stream sometime or a video about is Phil actually Agent Smith from the Matrix? Yeah.
So this article is by Timothy Blake Donohue. That's how it's spelled. That's how I'm pronouncing it.
You got it.
That a who?
Down
And
here.
then
Well,
it was
he's with CBR. What do we care?
Right.
I always try to credit the writer
Yeah,
of the article.
Yeah, I
And
know.
also the
well,
site
yeah,
that we get it
I got to
from.
make sure we
yeah.
usually do
Well,
that. I think there's been a few
always
times,
get the
but
byline. We gotta
yeah.
know who. So Timothy Blake Dunhu or whatever Dunhu and his AI.
Hmm.
And speaking of AIs, DJ Ronnie G, he can tell us all about He's got his own.
He's got his turtles. They're his
These
AI.
guys turtles, man.
And Cash. Cash
Trying
is
to-
really DJ's AI.
Right. Right. I'm a spy for DJ.
Yeah, we know that. Why does DJ know
The
so much
secret's
about
out now.
us?
The secret's out now. All right, so it says Godzilla is one of the mightiest monsters in all fiction. With the massive kaiju having appeared in several movies, in his films, Godzilla has faced numerous rival monsters from three-headed king Ghidorah to fire-breathing Rodin. And it goes on to say these and other giant monsters have immense strength and incredible powers. Nuking them more than making them. Come on, Mike, read tonight.
I like nuking them. That's something.
Yeah, I mean, dude, if you want to throw in words there that sound better, go for it.
Yeah.
Baron's done it. We've all done
It's
it.
only CBR. It's only
That's
CBR.
right.
You
Yes.
only improve the article. I mean, honestly.
That's right. Exactly.
Making them more than a match for a certain set of robots in disguise. Megatron, what do you have to say about that? Anything, Megatron? Anything at all? Make sure that this is the right one here.
Thanks.
Well, I don't mind playing that again, but where's the Megatron one? I didn't delete it, did I? I get so confused on stream
I know.
restream. I'm not quite privy to it. But anyways, extinction to all traders. I'll just put it like that. All right.
When I get shot,
So it says the Transformers franchise is also known for its own subtle stable. Sorry, what is it? Yeah. Stable of powerful characters, namely Autobots and Decepticons such as Optimus Prime and Megatron. These characters could, in some cases, take the fight to Godzilla and his fellow kaiju. In other cases, however, the monsters would reign supreme, defeating even the most valiant Cybertronians. Both brands are also celebrating birthdays, with the 70th anniversary of Godzilla bringing up the question of how he would face against the 40-year-old Transformers. Godzilla could take on the Autobots and Decepticons. You
Hmm.
sure about that? You sure?
Credit proves.
Well, we know Crit would approve. We know. Godzilla is the first name in Giant Movie Monsters, and he's retained his crown title as King of the Monsters throughout the decades. There are several different incarnations of the creature, with many of them varying widely in terms of power level, even at his weakest. However, Godzilla should be a fairly decent threat and danger to some of the smaller Transformers. After all, he frequently tangles with Mechagodzilla, so other robots might not be anything particularly new. With
Kind of
his
apples
massive
and oranges.
yeah, with his massive size, atomic breath, and invulnerability, Godzilla could easily take hits from Transformers such as Bumblebee or even Starscream and the Seeker Jets. Optimus and Megatron might pose a great threat to him, but it could still be a toss up depending on the version of the monster. The real battle would be between the Dinobots and Godzilla, with the prehistoric Autobots perhaps being able to take down their reptilian counterparts if they work together. Ironically, there's recently been a Transformers Godzilla action figure collaboration announced, showing how these powerful entities would really collide. Okay, I'm speaking as the Transformers nerd on the panel. You know
Hmm.
who they forgot? The combiner groups. They
Yep.
forgot about Omega Supreme.
Hmm.
They forgot about Metroplex, Tripticon, Scorponok, Fortress Maximus, any of the city Transformers.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Well, plus again, it's apples and oranges because they have two
Yeah.
different universes, right?
And
So,
what works in the Transformers universe doesn't work in the Godzilla universe.
and vice versa.
Exactly.
And I thought, first of all, I thought King Kong was the first name in Monsters because he was the first big monster going out there. But
Well, like you said, this is CBR Baron.
oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. I thought this was real journalism. Okay, sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm
I'm
so
sorry.
very, 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 very sorry.
I'm so very very sorry. I'm sorry.
Baron Picard. I'm so sorry.
I need to go sit in the corner. Riker! Riker!
I'm I'm sorry. I'm so very very sorry. Oh, number one, I made a number two. Help me.
Oh shit. Exactly number one.
We're sorry, Picard. You were actually right. You were right this time, and you were right before, and you were right again.
I'm sorry. I was right. I'm so very very sorry. I
It
was
never
right.
gets
I'm
old,
sorry.
man. I'm sorry. I'm so very, 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 very
They put the line in there in Picard season one.
sorry.
I'm sorry.
Oh
It
man.
says King Kong is a worthy rival for the Maximals leader. King Kong's first appearance was back in 1933. And it says, known as King Kong or simply Kong, the giant Godzilla. I said Godzilla when it's gorilla. Yeah. I'm going to have you guys read the next two articles. I'm going to take a timeout
What?
after this is done.
Okay.
Ay.
Hey, it's not like I'm tapping out of this article and saying, all right, you guys take over. No. I can do it. I can do it.
We got you, Mike. You can do it all today, dude. You see, even Baron
I,
shaking his head. Yes, you got this, man. We know you can do it. You can do it.
hey, that's another reason for tuning into Pop Talk. How many times am I gonna screw something up?
No, it's just CBR, man. It makes your head spin because it's like, why are they doing an article like this? I mean, people have done articles like this
Nice.
before, but still, it's just
I hate comparisons. I hate
yeah,
comparisons. But
they can
if
be
you had this
annoying.
and this coming together, I found them annoying
No.
for the longest time. How about
hmm
Star Wars and Star Trek? And they
When
go
if
into that? Oh
when
man,
if Captain Picard could beat up Darth Vader? Like
yeah.
it's just this kind of
No,
stuff
what
has
if
been
Darth
going on
Vader
for
was the
years.
captain of the Enterprise?
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Captain, we're supposed to use diplomacy. I am using diplomacy, Mr. Spock.
I want you to
Yeah.
tear that ship apart
Well,
until you found those
it,
plans.
it's just like these crossovers too. It's like, oh, this is popular, so let's do this crossover. I'm like, yeah, it can work. Certain things it
Yeah.
can work, but other stuff, I don't know. I mean, what do we got? That GI Joe Transformer thing coming out, so
Uh,
you know,
they
yeah.
If
got the
it comes
Doctor
out.
If
Star.
it comes out,
Yeah.
right? If it comes
Well,
out,
they got the Star Trek and Doctor Who crossover, and I think they had
oh, of
Star
course,
Trek and X-Men. And it's like,
yeah, yeah.
it's like
hmm
these are
They're not
why.
the best. Sometimes they can work, but you gotta,
Hmm.
the stories gotta like the Simpsons, and they did the crossover, of course, with Simpsons and Family Guy. That was pretty good, especially the
Yeah.
Yeah, that
first.
actually worked.
That actually worked
Hmm.
pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm. But yeah, but that yeah, exactly, and it's just. But that's a little different compared to this. It's still properties that were under the same umbrella, kind of. But to do Transformers in the kaiju's and Star Trek and Star Wars and that stuff. It gets. I mean, I'm bored. When I hear it. Yeah. So
Then Omen Tag is a bored Omen Tag.
I am not amused. Not amused at all.
But it says the giant gorilla is second only to Godzilla in terms of popularity and renown. I don't know. I think they're equal.
Yeah.
Usually residing on Skull Island before being brought to mainstream society, Khan is a massive ape with all the power that his size brings along. He lacks special powers like Godzilla, however, meaning that he's most suited for close range fights. Why don't you just say hand to hand combat?
Probably because the AI didn't want to.
Yeah. And it goes on to say the Maximals and Predacons from Beast Wars Transformers incarnation were smaller than their Autobot and Decepticon ancestors. Yes, I already know this. Which makes them, namely Maximal Leader Optimus Primal, particularly fun size next to almost all versions of Khan. Of course, their guns and energy weapons would definitely be an issue for him. And that would especially be the case if the larger and more powerful Autobots and Decepticons were involved. Still, many of the Transformers would have a hard time dealing with Khan, namely the version from the Monsterverse.
Okay, before we continue on, the big thing is in here, they're just taking small selective ones.
Yeah.
You don't think they wouldn't go out in mass force, and even maybe team up with the Decepticons, and vice versa, because it's like, the enemy of my enemy is my friend, type of thing. It's like we got to team up because Megatron still wants to, do what he wants to the Earth, and Optimus wants to protect it. But now these guys come across, which again conflicts with both their interests. I mean, can you imagine seeing Optimus using Megatron as a gun
He
going
did it
after
a
these
few
guys?
times in the animated series in G1.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And the others, I mean, with the team up, yeah, and of course the weapons they have, which everyone is looking at this in these films where they're using the modern day of the eras weaponry against these guys. Um, but really, honestly, they haven't met these 6 million-year-old robots in disguise.
And
Well, older than that, even.
here's another thing. If you add the combiners, I'm talking
Yeah.
Metasaur, Superion, Devastator, and Defensor, just to name a few. Some of those combiners were able to switch who was the arm and who was the leg, giving them
Mm-hmm.
more advanced power.
Right.
And the ones who were able to do it, namely the Senticons and aerial bots, would have a tactical advantage.
Right. I'm sorry. This is such a silly article.
I know. Well,
I know. Well, we can have fun with it. I mean, it's a silly article. Doesn't mean it's like this is fun to pick apart and laugh at. That's what I look at. And it also shows the level where fandom has gone. This is why we got
this is stuff we did in elementary and even in some cases junior high.
Yeah, of
or
course.
Right.
Even in preschool.
Right.
Who could beat this person in this fight and whatever? Yeah.
He-Man can beat Lion-O.
That's right. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, what was it? Even in I can't remember. Was it in the Christmas story where about Flash can beat Flash Gordon could beat I can't remember who it was. I mean, there can be you always had that comparison throughout the ages, but again, it was with kids. This is why we have Star Trek that's like Star Wars. Star Wars, like who knows what. It's like they don't just they got Star in it, so they're the same thing. And the ones that were doing that never grew up, and now they're running these things and writing these things. It's stuff like this. I mean, I don't mean to be hard, but honestly, it's like leave this to the kids.
You're not being hard.
You're
You're stating facts, Baron.
Yeah, I know. I mean, yeah, I know. It's like leave it to the kids and grow up. That's all I gotta say. Grow up.
Yeah,
already.
I mean, these articles will come out again. Who can beat this person? Transformers would be taken out by this character and blah blah blah, whatever stuff.
I'm sure it's already popped up
between the GoBots and Transformers.
Right. I mean, people. This is not the first media.
Back to the Future versus
like
Bill
this.
and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
That's right. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I almost did
when this telephone booth hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
I think it was Cracked Magazine when they made fun of Bill and Ted. They had a little thing with John Pertwee coming out of the TARDIS saying, I want to talk to you about, plagiarism here, or basically copyright infringement, whatever, because they're traveling around on a phone booth. I mean, that's the type I can see. That's funny. Yeah, that's funny because it's a parody. Mm-hmm. And the similarities, but yeah, I mean, folks, again, like we've always said, be careful when you read the articles and. This is just keep on going, Mike. I'm amused.
If you have to mock it, because that's the only way you can get through it, then mock it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the funny thing is CBR and PC Gamer and other people have done this, or defense that they take against somebody or whatever. It's hit pieces. I'm not saying this is an actual hit piece, but this is just an opinion piece, like a lot of this stuff is. But they do put out hit pieces on fans and so on, and it's not good. But you should never do that in any media site. You should try to look at both sides of the coin, flip it over one side, this side. Yeah, that's good journalism, but that's asking a lot nowadays for good journalism.
Were you talking about PC shit?
So it says number 8 is Rodan can vex the Dinobots. Really? Let's see what their argument is. Rodan is one of Godzilla's oldest allies and fiercest rivals, with the two typically only getting along due to other circumstances. A giant pterodactyl. Well, geez, the Dinobots have a pterodactyl named Swoop.
The hell you say?
The hell I do say. Anyways, he's a giant pterodactyl. He's also known for breathing fire in most incarnations. So the Dinobots can breathe fire, breathe laser beams, or at least shoot them.
Well, I can emit fire, but after a good chili night, but I'm not
Or
breathing
Taco
it.
Bell.
Yeah. Oh, I avoid Taco Bell. Taco John's. Taco John. That's my go-to.
Though he's lacked a solo movie since the 1950s, he's still one of the most iconic kaiju ever, and his fast flying speed and dexterity could benefit him in a fight or flight skirmish against Transformers. Um, you've got the Seekers, you got the aerial bots, you got Swoop of the Dinobots, you have other Transformers that can fly too. Oh, and by the way, the Decepticons can fly in robot mode.
That they can.
Yes. It says
They're
compared
kept.
to the Predacon Pterosaur, Rodan is likely far larger and would thus easily defeat the Transformer. On the other hand, he might have a bit more difficulty with the classic Dinobots, namely the pterodactyl Dinobot Swoop. I just said that. Swoop is usually the more docile of the Dinobots, and this could benefit Rodan if the two fought to the death. Of course, they can both breathe fire, so it ultimately comes down to who rules the skies between the two. And you don't think that Slag and Snarl and Grimlock wouldn't offer some help?
No. Yes.
Uh, not to mention Sludge. All right, so it says Gamera is an overlooked and underrated kaiju at number 7. First appearance, Gamera the Giant Monster in 1965. It says Gamera was created to cash in on Godzilla's success with the kaiju from a rival company, meant to take a bite out of the Big G's box office. Initially, having a more family oriented tone, his 1990s movies were far darker and portrayed Gamera as sort of a cosmic defender of the Earth itself. This new role and increased power mean that once kid friendly, Kaiju could definitely display his mean streak against invading Decepticons. And you don't think the Autobots would have come to his side to help? Gamera has immense strength. He was once able to rip off the nose of a rival monster legion. This is along with flight, great speed, and almost impervious hide as a turtle kaiju, one of DJ's favorites. All right, and Baron will be right back. As a
Yeah.
turtle kaiju, he can also safely tuck himself away in his shell to protect himself against enemy fire from Decepticons. Thus, it would take a beast on the level of Tripticon to really give Gamera a worthwhile opponent. Or Scorponok. Yeah. We'll get through the rest of this real quick, folks. Destroyer might be an interesting enemy to the Transformers. First appearance Godzilla versus Destroyer, 1995. It says Destroyer is the mutated kaiju representation of the Oxygen Destroyer, a device used to kill the original Godzilla in the classic 1954 movie. The device's power turned several prehistoric triobites in the deep sea into mutagenic, almost demonic looking species of insectoid monster. Eventually, these creatures merged into Destroyer, who was large and powerful enough to fight Godzilla and his son. This strength was bolstered by Destroyer having oxygen destroyer derived abilities similar to comic book villains as Metallo and Conduit, who combat Superman with kryptonite based energy sources. Thus, the Beast's very presence is a great threat to Godzilla, but it might not work as well on robotic life such as the Decepticons. Nevertheless, Destroyer definitely has a lot of physical power and durability, and its evolutionary lifespan makes it analogous to combiners such as Devastator. We're almost done there. We're almost done. I promise. I promise. Well, honestly, I'm skipping Clover because I don't care about J.J. Abrams' Cloverfield. And
Who, is he? Is he really? Is that really a kaiju or a kaiju wannabe?
it's a kaiju wannabe.
Yeah, it's like the Matthew Broderick Zilla.
So I'm skipping that. Mothra,
Kaiju in name only.
yeah, is far more dangerous than she looks. First appearance, Mothra in 1961. Given that she's usually a giant moth, it's hard to see how Mothra is a threat next to the Transformers. Still, the bug kaiju is still very large, with her wingspan being 250 meters in the classic portrayal. Her sonic cries can be deafening, with said winds also able to generate damaging winds, though through sheer force. It says there's also her ability to create a silk webbing like fluid from her mouth, which would be able to contain most transformers. You sure about that? You sure?
Sure. The
Actually, yep.
weapon from her mouth.
And
Ah,
remember one thing: we're talking about noise making, sound wave.
Mm-hmm. You know what Soundwave could do? He could record Mothra's sound and play it back
Mm-hmm.
and amplify it.
Mm-hmm.
Even Blaster could do that.
Yep.
Though Optimus Prime's axe could lightly cut through this, it would at the very least be a detriment to even the Autobot leader himself. Even Mothra's babies could put up a fight against most Transformers, with the gigantic larva also having the ability to shoot silk. Mothra can also emit a powerful ray of energy from her body, namely when she dies. In the event that a transformer does cause her to give up the ghost, she's effectively immortal, meaning that her larvae are essentially her reincarnations. Well, you know what? Pit her against the Insecticons. They can clone each other.
Yeah. There we go.
King Ghidorah is 3 times the threat. All right, well, guess what? There's the Terracons. They have hunger. He's two-headed as well.
Mm-hmm. But not
Easily,
three-headed.
no, but he's two-headed.
Yeah.
Easily Godzilla's greatest rival, King Ghidorah's is typically portrayed as being just as much of an alien as the Autobots and Decepticons from Cybertron, bearing 3 heads held upon long necks. The dragon monster is so powerful that he usually forces Godzilla to team up with other creatures to stop him. Ghidorah's ability to fly gives him a distinct advantage over not only the ground based Godzilla, but also most of the Autobots who usually lack this power, even some Decepticons. But guess what? The Autobots do have some allies who can fly. Yeah, they have to go into their alt modes to do it, but they can fly. And they're forgetting the Dinobots do have the ability to fly. If you reference
Yeah.
G1,
Mm-hmm.
and destroy all monsters. It took a combination might of Godzilla, Mothra, Rodan, Manila, Godzilla's strange son, Baron, and several others to put down King Ghidorah once and for all. Thus, the Autobots and Decepticons would have to work together in order to stop him. He's simply too tenacious to play dead for too long, and with most Transformers likely to be useless against him, Ghidorah would be on an unstoppable path to destroy all robots. Okay, then you know what? Hey guys, you know what? We got no chance to win this fight, so let's just go back to the Ark. Autobots, head back to headquarters. We can't win. But Prime, Ironhide, we can't win. Oh shoot! All right. Do we want to see these other two, or do we just want to move on? Because this article's giving me a headache.
I don't know what happened. Where are we? What's going
Okay,
on?
okay. I've got the
No,
answer.
no,
I got
it's
the answer. I got the answer.
it's
Aye.
okay, Mike. No, really, like it is. It's okay. It's just
It
I
was hurting
find these
Mike's head.
articles funny.
It was
I
hurting Mike's head.
I
We
I
must be
yeah.
merciful to
We
Mike.
can't have
No,
that.
no. It's like you got to account into all of Transformers history, not just specifically Generation One. There are other
Yeah.
iterations of Transformers where other characters have different abilities, especially if they have a mini bot that they combine with
Mhm.
that gives them those abilities. So
Well, again, it's CBR. They're cherry picking. They're not including everything involved in it. And again, it's like grow up. Just grow up. Really, you're using this as an actual story for your site.
yes, they did. They did.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you're really using this as why this is. First of all, this is the thing that gives fans a bad name. They this is the thing that again the children are in charge. That's why we're getting such crappy stuff now because they glom on to crap like
Yeah,
this. Everything's the same, and that's why everything does seem like it's the same. So
because it has
uh,
become the same. Because they
yeah,
can't separate, like you said earlier, Star Wars from Star Trek.
I expect that from my mom. Okay, I
Mhm.
expect that from my mom because she doesn't know anything really about it. It's like this was thrust on her because I like Star Wars and Star Trek, and she could care less about it, which is fine. It's my mom. What do you
Yeah,
expect from a German woman from the farms of North Dakota? But honestly, this is prime stupidity. You have you have Optimus Prime, then you have Stupidity Prime here, and that's Matt. Who is it? Whoever it is that wrote this article in his bot.
I
Donahue,
don't know, man.
Donahue,
Donahue,
CBR.
Donahue.
Oh,
Yee-hoo.
sorry about that. I lost my mic.
Well, it's
Donahue.
better to
I'm
lose your mic
sorry.
than lose your head.
That's right.
Well,
No.
I am paralyzed from the neck up, so I don't think it matters.
But yeah, I mean, I thought that was just gonna be a fun little article just to go through, and
Yeah, but it
but
hurt, didn't it? It hurt.
the more I started reading, it's like, oh god. Well,
I knew it hurt.
there's only one person I can blame. I picked it, so
No, dude, it's fine, man. It's okay. It's just funny when these
I'm giving you
articles.
props, though.
Yeah,
I'm giving you props.
yeah.
You remain cool through the whole
That's
thing. I
right.
don't
You
think I
did.
could have.
Yeah, it's just weird
I,
stuff.
I I'm
man.
I'm
Wait,
I'm
what?
trying
What
to
happened?
get better about not letting things in these articles get to me.
I it's
But
just
it's
it's
hard.
so dumb because it's yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. But before we go on to our next article, we do have a poll up on the
Oh,
YouTube channel.
Oh,
just 1 second. Will you quit looking at my ass back there? Those crew people. Look at this. She's just been staring at my butt the whole time. Back to you, Mike.
I don't know where you were going with that, Baron. I really don't.
I just don't want my butt to look at by a Klingon. Okay, there's a
Yeah.
Klingon back there.
Oh, good.
There
Agent
it is.
Smith decided to pop in.
But anyways, we have a poll on the YouTube channel. I pinned the link to the poll to the top of the chat on the YouTube side and the Rumble side. And we're going to be having a watch party on November 6th. And for that November 6th watch party, we have 4 choices.
Mhm.
First one being Back to the Future. The second one being Transformers 1. And this is actually Tim's suggestion from Sunday. So I included these
Mhm.
2 suggestions: Race for Your Life, Charlie Brown, and Bon Voyage, Charlie Brown.
And don't come back.
Currently, Back to the Future has 28% of the votes, and there have been 18 votes so far. And then Transformers 1 has 44% of the vote. Race for
And
Your Life.
seven of those votes were my other accounts. So I'm doing the Biden bump.
So you're filling the ballot box. Yeah, I haven't voted. Look. Look, I'm not that guy. Look, I'm not wearing glasses.
Yeah, I go through, and then I come through again with that, big mustache over that, and the sombrero, and a senor Baron, and vote again, and just keep doing that.
But Race for
I
Your
make
Life.
sure I'm a Russian in one of them, so we can do the Russian collusion. Da. I want to vote. Let me vote in your capitalist society.
Race for Your Life, Charlie Brown currently has 17% of the vote, and Bon Voyage, Charlie Brown has 11% of the vote. Now, this poll, I am letting it go until Sunday, and then after Sunday, I won't be counting any more votes. But at the end of Sunday's Pop Talk, we will once again take a look at this poll and see which movie is the final victor. So if you haven't voted yet and you'd like to vote, click on that link pinned to the top of the chat on YouTube and Rumble, and we will reveal near the end of Sunday's show which movie we will watch on November 6th.
Good choices, all of them, actually. So
yeah, I agree.
And I was even saying to Baron backstage, even if Back to the Future doesn't win, we could still watch it for the 30th anniversary next year.
And I actually prefer that, because then it has special meaning. I mean, then we can really get together and dress up as the characters and impersonate the lines.
Wait! You're expecting me to go on camera?
Yeah, and Cash too. I'll be the dog.
He'll be Einstein.
Okay, Einstein. I thought you could be.
I
thought you could be Mr. Strickland. You're a
slacker.
slacker.
You can be Mr. Strickland.
You're a slacker.
You're always a slacker.
Yeah, but he's bald.
You're a slacker, McFly, just like your old man. No. When he went here, he was a slacker too.
That's right.
I'll do the Huey Lewis. Too. Yeah, I'll do the Huey Lewis.
You're just too darn loud.
And Phil can be on and be Biff. Hello, anybody home? Hello.
Oh yeah.
Well, he calls his team Epic Phil. I'm surprised he doesn't call us buttheads. Hey, butthead.
Don't give him ideas.
Don't give him ideas. Yeah. We got to put him back in the Matrix, man. We told Agent Smith to get back in the Matrix. So
I closed the lid. You guys keep opening it.
I didn't.
I didn't open. You see me the whole show.
Me either, man. Come on.
But speaking of Phil, it's good to see you here, brother. And he says, I want you all to know that after Pop Talk ends, we all must be ready to support Cash Money as he goes through a depression until Pop Talk on Sunday. Support Cash Money and Team Epic Phil. Phil.
That's what I think of
how can he go through depression when he has the Beyond tomorrow on 540 Studio with Jason Fox of 540 Studio, Kilton Cajun, Hashi, Tom, Whoopa Troopa.
Tom's on his MIA for a while, I think. So
yeah,
I'm still gonna mention
Okay.
him since he is part
Yeah.
of the show.
It's okay. It's just like, listen, if the three of us weren't around, what would Phil do with himself?
Mike, you forgot me.
Oh,
Imagine if we vanished on Phil for a week. What would he do with himself? He'd make it, right?
No.
He'd make it.
First, Chase makes sure that my name isn't in the opening credits, and I get forgotten here. I mean,
That's right.
and yes, because I cannot forget him. I cannot forget him. Otherwise, he'll let me have it at the end
I
of the show.
need my attention. I need it. I need attention now.
Yes,
Look at me.
Baron will be there too tomorrow.
I need my name in the credits.
Started at 6:30, maybe 7. You know, it's all on Norwegian time. So,
Mhm.
love you,
Oh
Jace.
wow! What? Love you, Jace. Wow. What word is that, Phil?
Yeah, he wishes he could.
What
Philly
word
boy.
is that?
I blame.
I don't know, man. Beyond Yan?
I
Beyond
blame.
Yan?
I blame Beyond. Yes, I am
I
speaking
blame
the
Beyond.
French.
I like that, yes.
I.
Oh, oh.
I blame Beyond.
Yes.
Beyond.
Oui, I blame the Beyond.
I think his AI's got a glitch.
I think so. He's got to crank that one again.
He is speaking French. Don't you recognize French?
Oh,
You filthy Americans.
That's right.
Is Phil eating snails again?
Yes.
Probably from the garden.
And worms.
He enjoys
And worms. Yeah,
snails.
he does.
All right, so we're getting to one of our other main stories because we've already gone through the first. And let me ask you, gentlemen, and gentlemen in the chat, ladies in the chat, do you
And
want a remaster of God of War?
No. Well,
Well, again, I think that's a yes and no question.
that's a yeah. I don't know. How much are they going to change and what? I don't know. All these remasters, some of them are okay. Most of them are not. It
Well,
depends.
and
I mean, what? I mean, you know, in the first one, Kratos has Snoo.
Stew?
Don't you remember that part of the
It's
first
been a
game,
while
Cash?
since I played that game. It's been a while since I played it, so I don't remember.
Cash
that.
doesn't know. Cash doesn't know what Snoo is. So I mean,
I know what a yeah, I do.
it's like some line from Futurama. That's
Yeah, I know what it is, Bear. Nice try though. But no, it's been a long time since I played that game, so I don't.
Okay, Phil doesn't want a remaster of the original God of War.
I don't know.
Do
we need it? Well, you know what we need.
We don't need. We don't need it.
We don't need it. But one thing I would like a remaster of, because they did a really good job with it, except they took out the ashtray. But whatever. Yeah, I just had to bring that up, Bear, just so you would laugh. But no, I think they should do Dark Forces Jedi Knights 2, right? Yeah,
They
should do a remaster of that, definitely.
Yeah.
So maybe this would be fine, but we'll see. I don't know. That's hard to say.
But you know, Cash actually is for this because he's hoping. Actually, Phil is.
Well,
Phil
is.
Phil, don't let Phil fool you. He wants all that extra crisp graphics for the snoo stuff.
Well, I mean, the whole thing is, like, you can take the emulation game of it, and then of course there's mods of it already, and then you can already make it even more badass. So I don't know what they're going to do. The problem with these remakes or these remasters should just be, making the graphics better, making UI better. But of course it's if it's a remake, then there's a huge possibility that they're going to change things they don't need to change, and that's bad.
Yeah, instead of him going out in the studio doing, he gets pegged.
That's right.
We don't want that.
That's right.
Don't want that.
Yes.
And it's good to see the Padawannabe who says, I haven't played God of War since my PS2. Yeah. And folks, while you're here, make sure you're hitting the like button on Baron Orentag's Phantom Legacy, the Phantom Hooligans, and of course Pacific414 on YouTube and Rumble.
Do it!
Yay! Do it. Woohoo!
So this comes from Nicola Padchik.
Yeah, Patrick. Oh, it's him again. Okay. All right.
This is posted on Monday, and it says rumor. So I want to make sure I clarify
Yeah.
that this is a rumor. We're not saying this is happening, but this is a rumor, speculation. Original God of War Greek Saga series getting remaster treatment, collection to hit shelves in 2025 for franchise's 20th anniversary. According to a new rumor, in honor of the franchise's 20th anniversary, Sony Santa Monica is currently looking to remaster the original Greek myth inspired God of War for modern hardware. It says, word of the pre-Atreus era Kratos' return was first brought to public attention by noted video game scooper lunatic Ingus, better known online by his Twitter handle Ingus the Wise. Speaking to his followers on
Never heard of
October,
him.
I'm not familiar with him. I can honestly say that.
I hear Crash is good friends.
Sure.
Speaking to his followers on October 10th, the scooper asserted, yes, the rumors are true. God of War Greek Saga Remastered, not actual title, is in the works at Santa Monica Studios and Nexus Software. The development is finished and they're just waiting for an announcement release. He added, releasing in 2025 with an announcement between December and March. So
Mhm.
it could be a while before we actually hear an official announcement from Sony. In a follow-up tweet, Ingus the Wise further clarified, when I said Greek saga, I meant all Greek saga. In doing so, suggesting that the collection will include God of War from 2005, God of War 2, God of War 3, the prequel, which was actually on the PSP, God of War Ascension. I'm sorry, Ghost of Sparta was. And yeah, I have been making one error after another. God
You're
of War
fine, dude.
Chains of Olympus, but I'm owning up to it.
You're good, dude. Don't worry about it.
All right. So it says seemingly set to release in 2025 in order to celebrate the franchise's 20th anniversary. This new supposed collection will bring Kratos' original mythos to modern hardware, presumably PlayStation 5 and hopefully PC for the first time. Yeah, but is it going to be a thing? If it
That's
comes to
why they're doing
PC,
that too.
are we going
Right.
to have to wait 6 months after the
Hmm.
PS5
Hmm.
release before we
Right.
actually get to play it on PC, which
Right.
is
So this will
ridiculous?
finally come. That's another reason, of course, they're doing these remasters. They're finally bringing them to PC. Well, just make sure the port is good. Make sure there's no technical. That includes just don't have many technical problems. Some, yes, that can happen, but fix them quickly and then make sure the price is reasonable for these remasters.
Well, $70 isn't that reasonable? Come on, man.
No, no, it's not.
It's just $70. Come on.
And the Padawan says emulation, schemulation. Y'all talking about these fancy computers again. I didn't even know God of
It
War
was.
was on PS2. Yes, it was.
Hmm.
And then when the PS4 came out, they released a remaster version of God of War 3.
Yep. And then the Vita had it as well. So
Mhm.
Mhm.
It says, and as fans wait for an official announcement for this collection from Sony or Santa Monica Studios, speculation has already begun to build around surrounding just how these classic titles will look and play on modern hardware. Further, some fans have begun to express hopes that the potential remaster will bring the visuals up to par in modern games and give players a number of quality of life improvements such as smoother controls, quicker loading times, and more, all without touching on either the Greek Saga's gameplay, camera, or narrative elements. Just release the core game as it originally was. Don't alter anything, don't change anything, don't censor anything.
Mm. The only thing I can say is optimize it for the machines now, and uh, yeah, improve the graphics. But again, no censoring, not doing little things and changing it. There are the graphics. Make them snazzy, and if
Yes.
there were any issues with gameplay itself, like how things were controlled, and fix that up.
Yes. If there's something
There you go.
where you can make the UI easier for people,
Mhm.
maybe something that what didn't work as well with the older games, and you can make it
Mhm.
more accessible, like actual
Right.
accessibility, not some pandering stuff, but actually
Mhm.
making things better with the movement
Right.
of the character, things like that. Yeah,
The remaster should be all about the technical end,
that's right.
Mhm.
and I include graphics on that, and keep what the graphics are, but make them fantastic, especially for that snoo scene. It's
I had forgotten about that snoo scene. It's been so long since I played that game.
but no, in all seriousness, though, it's like yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure people are having a harder time playing these older ones on the newer, faster machines, and it's like, well, okay, these are that's the type of remaster I can get behind. But if you're going in with the attitude of instead of remaster, what do they call it? You know, re re
Like a like a
reboot,
reimagine or a reboot. Yeah,
reimagine.
reboot.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
then get the hell out of here.
Right. Yeah. Don't know. I mean, people are still having problems with Ragnarok because they've changed some things and things aren't running
Mhm,
well. And then, of course, the PSN account, which, look, you can make all the arguments you want to defend that, but if it's not available in certain countries, it's not right. And that's one of
Mhm.
the biggest
right.
problems with it. But
Mhm,
it just is another headache. I have to load up this. I have to do. You guys didn't have us do that before. So if Sony's going to keep pushing that, the Steam users and other PC users are going to push back because they're not going to keep putting up with that stuff, and that's why they get mad.
right.
So
And why
Sony,
wouldn't they?
if is yeah, and if Sony's going to do that again with the remaster, with this game finally coming to PC, and you're not just using an emulator, then it's just going to upset people again for good reason.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Mm.
Yeah, and rightly so. Yeah.
It
Uh,
says the original God of War was released on March 22nd, 2005 as the PlayStation 2 exclusive, created by David Jaffe and developed by Sony Santa Monica Studio. The third-person action game introduced players to Kratos, a Spartan warrior on a quest for vengeance against the gods of Olympus, taking a more brutal approach to its top-down camera presentation, mythological setting, and intense hack and slash combat compared to similar franchises like Devil May Cry, Onimusha. I know I always butcher that one whenever it comes up. Or Prince of Persia. The game
You
became a
got
hit
it. You got it. Yeah.
in no time and set the foundation for what would be one of PlayStation's most important franchises. From 2005 to 2013, Kratos' Reek Saga delivered 7 games across 3 of Sony's consoles and surprisingly remained an exclusive all those years. With every new game, the series improved on its previous installments, adding to the lore and Kratos as a character and giving him more personality and depth than his story of a Spartan warrior out to take revenge against the Greek gods would have initially suggested. I can remember when I beat God of War 3, and it was just before going to work
Oh,
one
they
day.
pronounce it Onimusha? Oh, I thought it was on. I thought the way you were saying it was right, Bear, or Mike. Excuse me.
Oh, so it's
whoa. Yeah.
Onimusha. Okay.
Yeah, Onimusha.
But
Okay.
I can remember beating God of War 3 before going into work. And when I got into work, because a girl I worked with was also playing it, she says, "Have you beaten it yet?" I said, "Yeah, I just beat it before I came into work." She says, "How awesome was that ending?" I said, "I loved it."
And then she was like, "Are you gonna come over later?" And he's like, "Yeah."
No, no,
What a way to break the
I
ice,
don't
huh?
have that. I don't have that kind of luck, Cash.
uh, was this woman pretty attractive?
Yes.
Nice.
Notably, should the rumor hold true, this wouldn't be the first time God of War has entered the remaster machine. Back in 2009, Sony Santa Monica dropped the God of War collection for PlayStation 3, which presented players with remastered versions of God of War and God of War 2, featuring enhanced 1080p visuals and smoother 60 frames per second gameplay. Then in 2011, God of War Origins Collection arrived featuring the remastered PSP titles Chains of Olympus and Ghost of Sparta, with both being given support for high definition video and even stereoscopic 3D.
Ooh.
Next up was 2012's God of War Saga, wherein the 5 key titles from the Greek saga were bundled into one collection for the PlayStation 3. In 2015, God of War 3 Remastered came to the PlayStation 4, in doing so, marking the series' first entry on the console and giving the Greek saga conclusions full 1080p support, improved frame rates, and a photo mode. While God of War has a history of remasters, none of these titles have yet to come to ninth generation hardware, but hopefully this will soon change. Given the project's currently unconfirmed status, it's unknown just which specific God of War games it might include. However, all in all, the prospect of such a collection does present a unique opportunity to reintroduce a younger audience to Kratos' brutal hack and slash combat style, especially as the Greek era games used the top down camera and relied on fast paced action, which contrasts sharply to the more cinematic over the shoulder style adopted by the tattooed hero in the newer Norse games. I actually prefer the original games.
I agree
If
with that.
done if done right, the remaster could spark a whole new generation of original Kratos fans. Heck, God of War 2 alone has one of the best boss fights wherein Kratos takes on Colossus from Rhodes ever seen in the history of video games. Furthermore, as noted above, while it's easily assumed that a potential Greek saga collection will hit the PS5, word remains out on whether or not also it will also be made for PC. However, with Nix's Software, a video game developer acquired by PlayStation Studios in 2021 to bring PS games to PC behind the remaster, it seems a relatively safe bet to say that the collection would be available for PC players, and thankfully so, as more advanced computer hardware will truly help God of War display its full potential. And you won't have to worry about hearing Kratos say, "Come here, boy. Over here, boy."
Yeah, I have a friend who just made fun of that all the time. Here, come in, boy. He says like "boy" like 400 times in the even the second game. Boy, where are you, boy? And like he just keeps saying it. It just was so funny to me.
Sony is on a remaster spree recently, starting with The Last of Us Part 2, and most recently continuing with the announcement of Horizon Zero Dawn would be receiving the treatment. Notably, given how recent most of the titles chosen to be remastered are, these releases have resulted in major backlash from the overall video game community. Nevertheless, at least in this reporter's opinion, the release of some God of War remasters could go a long way in turning the tide of player sentiment towards Sony away from overwhelmingly negative back to somewhat positive. Well, Sony needs a W after the dumb moves they made this year.
And they have to rely on stuff that's already been made.
Mm-hmm.
Shock of shocks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I'm
they
shocked. It's
really not.
absolutely shocked.
Their direction of first party is not seem to be a thing with them, and it seems even of course Concord and this push for games as a service is just blown up in their face.
Well,
Like
look
they
at
need
what's happened to Helldivers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Helldivers was one of the games that actually was going in a better direction as a games as a service. But then it's like, I think at this point, people have mixed feelings about it. Like some people are happy about the new update. Other people are like, do I even care about playing this game again? So,
Well, yeah. I mean, just like us,
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
we loved the game except it was screwing us over.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Like it was working for some
I
of us,
couldn't
not
I couldn't
all
even
of
get
us.
connected
Right.
to a match. You Spock and Baron could get connected to a match cache.
Yeah.
Even with some other people you could. And then I was reading where other people were like me, they would try to connect to a match even not playing with friends and they weren't able to do so. And
Hmm. Yeah. It was just ridiculous.
Mhm.
And it wasn't just us because you went and you did hunting and researching and talking to people, and they were having the same problems. So, this isn't just an us thing.
No, it's not anything related to by internet. I mean, heck, even last Friday, we tried playing Ghostbusters with Spock, and because of the way everything is, and Epic being the be all end all as far as they're
Yeah.
concerned when it comes to crossplay, it was causing issues.
Yeah, it
Mhm.
was.
Yeah. Thank you, Epic.
Yeah,
It's
and
neat.
it's not Spock's fault. It's Epic.
I'm blaming Spock. What the hell?
No, I'm not
Why
blaming
not?
Spock.
Oh,
I mean,
only
I,
logical.
I'll admit I was getting frustrated because I was thinking maybe it is my internet. That's why at one point I did reset everything.
Yeah. And then I was having problems.
Mm-hmm.
So it's my fault. I'm sorry. I'm so very, very sorry. So it's
And
just ridiculous.
even last night when Cash and I were using remote play on Steam to play Contra Operation Galuga together, there were issues. And that's
Yes.
why we even said during the stream, Konami, the way forward, they need to come up with a dedicated server so people can play online and not have
Yeah.
to use a remote play or something like Parsec to
Yeah.
play with their friends because those services aren't always reliable.
Contra is not known for co-op online, but Double Dragon wasn't either. So let's
Yeah.
get a
But
co-op online option.
that's no excuse, Cash. In
No,
this
it
day
is.
and age,
It's no excuse.
people want to play with their friends. Their friends may not live in the same area.
Right.
Some of our friends live across country.
Really? I didn't know that. Cash, did you know that?
I know. I'm stating the obvious.
Crazy,
I know.
man.
I'm
Who knew,
I'm Captain
bro? That's
Obvious.
crazy, dude. What?
I mean, we're all in the same studio. I'm just the only one that turns on the camera. I can just
That's
turn the
right.
camera. You can see Cash. Our mic. No, I'd love that to have a time when we can get together and do it all
Yes.
at one time.
That would be cool. Somebody.
Oh, then the madness.
It would be a madhouse.
Well, I
It'd be
mean,
a
You want to see
madhouse.
I
like
think it
you
would be
want to see
cool if we, did a pop talk convention thing. The problem is, those conventions are not cheap and they're more expensive
no.
now. It's like we would end up buying merchandise probably. We would be getting some autographs, and some of those autographs, man, I don't know if I could ever see
I
myself
won't.
paying 100 for an autograph, but some people will tell you it's worth it. It
Yeah.
better be. You better treat that like it's gold at that point if you're
I-
spending that.
I-
Ladies and gentlemen, recently at a convention, Baron Norman Tag, Cash Money 007, and Mike, also known as Pacific 414, got together to do a live edition of Pacific 414 Pop Talk. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the video footage we're about to bring to you is pretty graphic.
It's disturbing.
You
We'll
know,
be
but
sitting
with
there, and
those
all of a sudden I get
conventions,
up and yell, "Fuck you, Mark Hamill! Fuck you!"
he would.
Here he
That
comes.
would be hilarious. I would laugh so hard. There he goes. What did that guy say to me?
As you can see, the three of them were hauled out of the convention.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that would be cool. It's just people have had problems. I know a few years ago there was people who did they had all these people, like thousands of people watching their stream, and then it crashed, and then they couldn't get him back, unfortunately, because it crashed. And they were showing all this footage of the Star Wars celebration at Anaheim. That was a few years ago.
I think the big thing, if we ever to do that, not find one of the big,
No, we
It'd
no
have to
Find
be
one
one
of
of
the
the
local
smaller
medium-sized
ones.
one. Yeah,
conventions.
yeah, a
Yeah,
local one, medium-sized
local
one.
one.
Yeah,
Talk to them. Hey,
exactly.
can we have a panel on here? So
Yes,
we can be
sure.
up on stage and people can throw stuff at us.
That's
Uh,
right.
and of course, being we're all together and we're on the show, you can see actually Mike reaching over and slap me behind my head, going, "Come
Uh,
on, Baron!" And I'd just be sitting there, just going to Cash's chin.
we
No.
It's so
Yeah, I can see it.
magnificent.
I can see it now, guys. People are throwing heads of lettuce at us,
Um,
tomato.
That's funny.
Yeah, I'm catching it. I'm going,
We
okay,
would,
You say,
I'm gonna go make myself a
we'd have
BLT.
to
You
pay
guys
for a
keep
booth,
talking.
I
Have fun.
think. We'd have to pay
yeah.
for a booth or a panel, I think, Baron.
Yeah,
I'm
Yeah.
not.
we
Yeah. Mhm.
we would.
Oh, it
We'd have
depends
to
on the convention.
register.
It would be
Depends on the
interesting.
convention.
It would be interesting if people, would come out to see us on a panel. They might. That'd be funny.
Well, DJ would be there, and he'd actually throw a turtle shell at us. Not a turtle, just a shell.
DJ would, yeah. Phil would come out of the Matrix and he'd be there. Hey, these three again.
He'd be standing like Golem. Yes. Team Epic fail.
No,
Ah,
no.
yeah.
If we did a convention, people would probably come up to us. Hi, I'm Mike. Yeah, whatever. Hi, I'm Barrett. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
Hi, I'm
that's
Cash
right.
Money. Can I touch your magnificent chin?
Yeah, the girls will be going, Cash Money can put his cheese
It was
in the bank any day.
well, it was quite a sight with that TwitchCon. It's like, oh, dude, what's up? And then like the next day, hey, how's it going, man? And like everybody would like hug each other. It was like they were already like instantly friends. And hey, can I buy you a beer, man? Like it was pretty crazy. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I could picture it now, Cash. Can I buy you a beer, Baron? And we're supposed to do the show. Hey, yes,
Yes, right.
I'm
Thank
set to
you.
do the show, man.
Do you think this is do you think I haven't been drunk on this show before?
No, I'm just saying, Baron.
I don't, and I never have been drunk.
Well, it's just and then if we all decided to, and I've talked to Spock about this before, like if everybody, this costs money too, of course, but if people are like, hey, let's all dress up, like Mike goes as Transformer, Baron goes as a Starfleet
I don't
officer,
dress up
and
as a
whatever.
Transformer at a convention. You know what I do? I put
It
on
would
a
be cool
t-shirt.
if you did, man. Just put on a t-shirt. All right, well that's fine too.
I'm a t-shirt guy. I don't dress up for
Okay.
conventions.
I'm just saying that's
I
just
mean,
another
last
way
time I
to,
did-
I put on a
do
t-shirt.
some
I'll
cool
probably
stuff.
have my Cub hat on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I used to dress up in a Starfleet uniform, but I can't fit any of them. I actually sent one to Paul because I was never going to be using it again. That was my next generation, third season on up. But I still got my motion picture one, but there's no way in hell I can fit in that.
I have a next generation uniform made out of polyester.
Huh?
Ooh.
Yeah. You think I'm gonna wear that in a convention?
I don't know, man.
Hey guys.
I saw that guy in that Predator.
You guys go ahead.
Badass, man. Badass.
I'll catch up to you at some point.
Yeah, if we're gonna do that, we all would have to make an agreement that we would all dress up and stuff.
Yeah. It's gonna be shirt, shorts, depending on the time of year, or jeans. My shoes.
I never wear shorts in public, only at home. No, I'm serious. I never wear shorts. I never liked wearing shorts outside.
Oh, okay.
When I'm out, I don't know. I'm just that type of guy. I mean,
I get it.
used to now and then, but now, no.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, yeah, we could like a medium-sized convention, and then like we would, maybe we could get a panel there, or even like a booth. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, people go by. Who the hell are these guys?
Yeah, right. Who's Pop Talk? Who's Phantom Hooligans? Who's this Baron Ormantag guy?
Besides Baron, be like, who the hell is this guy?
Who are these guys, man?
You call yourself Cash Money, but the only one I recognize, and he recognizes me, is Baron.
Yeah, he recognizes.
You're saying you're Cash Money. Prove it.
Yeah. Of course they know me. I'm the Joe Gatto of this group, so
I'm the guy who can't read the articles of this group. That's who I am.
Well, you're getting better. You're getting there. You're getting there.
Oh,
But
thanks, Baron.
I'm trying to give you encouraging words here. You know.
Baron, I'm busting your balls.
No, they're not busted. Non-functional, but they're not busted.
And Padawannabe says, I'm a situational dresser. Sweatshirts or collar, I got no problems.
He's Captain Sweatpants, isn't he?
Woohoo!
He tucks it into his sweatpants.
I used to do that as a kid. Yeah.
But today,
No joke. No joke. I used to do
Well,
that
when
as
you're
a
a
kid.
kid, that's different. That's different when you're a kid. What I need to do is I need to start getting those like bowling shirts and Hawaiian type shirts I used to get. I'll go in there and I'll have it buttoned down there and have some chains. It's like, yeah, this is the Baron here. All right, baby, it's the Baron. Let's get ready to rock and roll here at this convention. I tell you what, we got the Cash Ola down below, and we got Mike himself, Doc Pop, and I tell you, we're taking over this place. It's going to be cool. It's going to be wild. We're going to have a great time. Now, get out there and have a little bit of fun.
And Red Snob says, I'm going to be in Vegas for SEMA on November 6th.
Ooh.
Don't know that one.
I'm not familiar with that one. So let me see if I can find out what it is.
And I knew that, Padawannabe. I knew that. For some reason, I knew that.
It's the same show? I don't know. I'm asking because I don't know. And I was always told if you don't know something, ask.
I just like to make up something and try to sound smart. Doesn't work.
I took everything into my underwear.
Okay.
Yeah, I know that.
Okay, well, okay.
That's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on that note, we're going to Rumble, folks. But before we do, Cash, Baron, promote yourselves.
all right, I will go then. So let's see. Friday. Yeah, I know, right? Friday we're gonna have James Gunn on. No, I'm kidding. But
Oh God, no! I won't show up.
I know, right? That would be funny. You know how much we'd have to pay that guy if we wanted him to be on the show. But anyways, I'm sure it would be a chunk of money.
Here
Just
is
a
2
shake-
cents and some pocket lint. There you
That's
go.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. Seriously.
I have a crisp $20 bill. A $20 bill
So-
will show up on Pop Talk.
Yep. Right. So Friday. Okay. So yeah, Friday. 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard
Friday
Time.
comes after tomorrow, which is
Yeah, I know.
Thursday, Cash.
But no, Friday 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're going to have a surprise game, and I'm not going to tell people what it is, but you will see it once the thumbnail is released by tomorrow or
Smurfs.
Smurfs. Yeah.
Smurfs,
We're
the Halloween game.
But we're playing Smurfs, the Halloween game. Yes.
It's Smurfenstein.
Smurfenstein. Yeah.
No, that's a real thing. Back
Is
in the
it?
day,
Smurfs,
Oh,
Gargamel's
Someone took-
Revenge.
yeah.
Mhm.
See, someone took the game, the original Wolfenstein when it was on the Apple, and the hackers, the pirates, got their hand on it, and one of the guys changed all the characters to look like Smurfs.
That's
So they call
awesome.
it Smurfenstein. So you're going through there and you're blowing away Smurfs left. and
That's
right.
funny, man.
God.
I gotta find that version. That's great.
I might still have in my collection. They're in the big,
That's
they're in
fantastic.
those old big floppies that you had for the Apple II. So I'm sure I
That's
got it
great.
somewhere.
That's awesome. But yeah, so we're gonna have a surprise game at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Friday.
We're all
So,
gonna die.
Yeah,
Well,
we might.
well, maybe you
It's
two.
over.
I'll survive.
It's over.
I'll
It's
survive.
over.
I'm gonna.
Unless I
Yes.
face a big guy, and you don't want to face that big
the
guy.
big
alone.
dude.
I'll push you to him and run
Just
the
like
other way.
in
That's
stuff
what I'll
like
do.
Left 4 Dead. Yep, definitely.
Oh, like yeah, I'm all
Mhm.
familiar with Left 4 Dead.
Oh yeah, the boomer. Don't. Oh man, yeah. I mean, we fought things like that in Darktide and Vermintide. So big giant dudes who want to kill us all the time in the game.
Or eat us and then
Yeah.
expel us.
And then the other thing is for and that of course will be on the Phantom Booligans because it's yeah, right, and Cash Money 007 on Twitch, and hopefully we won't have any frame rate issues and stuff. If I run into too many frame rate issues, I might have to start using slobs, but OBS has usually been really good, so for me, we'll see what happens. I think it'll be fine.
Okay.
And then of course before that, and I've actually started working on it. I'm working on some of the script for it and so on. I'm going to be doing my Velma video, and I've got the title. The insult is finally over. So, yeah.
That wasn't when that was supposed to come out by now.
No, not yet. Not yet. I have to make sure I plan things and I don't curse too much. I'm really hoping, Baron, I don't curse during this video. Really hoping.
But by the time he puts it out, people are going, "What's this Velma he's talking about?"
That's right. It won't be that long, but yeah. But yeah, so that's coming up on the Phantom Hooligans. I might do a version for the Rumble because then I can run the video. Because this one I have to pause on YouTube. So, yeah. But anyways,
Alright.
that's all coming up right now on the Phantom Hooligans and Cash Money 007 on Twitch. The Booligans, yes, for this month. Booligans, yeah.
And how about you, Baron?
And again, he puts most of it on my shoulders, as always. I'm used to that. I mean, I'm his little buddy, I guess. He drags me everywhere. And speaking about dragging me everywhere, tomorrow between 6 and 6:30 Central Standard Time on Jace Fox's 540 Studio, we are going to be doing the Beyond, and that's of course with Jace Fox, who is the host of the show. Hopefully, Prismatics will join us. We're still waiting for him to come back, and we have our well wishes to him. Of course, Cash Monet and myself will be there, as well as Kilted Cajun, Hoshi, and let's see who else. Hoshi and did I say Whoopa Troopa? Mike's message threw me off. And we invite you to join us again between 6:30 Central Standard Time, 540 Studios, The Beyond. And again, as he said, I can't get rid of him. We're going to be gaming on Friday. And then on Tuesday, guess what? Rumble only exclusive because we're snobs. We are. And that is going to be Cranky Old
No, folks, they
Fans.
really are.
We are. I'm not, that's why I smoke a pipe because I'm snooty. I'm better than you. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at those people in the chat there. A DJ Energy, nerd. But you can catch us on Cranky Old Fans on Rumble, only exclusive. That's on Cash Money Madness channel over there. And we basically, about an hour show we do. We have two topics we generally talk about. And it's not topical things of today. It's just things in general through the past. Like we're talking about humor, bathroom humor the last time, and their place in media. We've talked about several things all across the board. So
Yes.
we try to mix it up when we talk about it. In some ways, every venue you might say of pop talk, even outside of science fiction and fantasy. So you'll catch us there. Hopefully, I will get off my butt and have a recording of Contraband Police. I always want to say Border Police or Border Patrol, but no, it's Contraband Police. Going to the great Soviet Republic that we have there.
Wait. You said Soviet Republic. You are not doing it for Wupstotska and our great leader, Whoopa Troopa?
We are right now currently in a state of basically detente. Tensions are high between both nations, our great nation and that lesser nation over there. I mean,
I do not believe that Wupstotska is lesser nation.
we will see someday that our countries will clash. And it will be actually, I think, the first day after training is the next spot on there, and then it's going to get a lot more fun. So I want you to join me on Baron Orman Tag's Fandom Legacy channel. That usually gets released at 5 o'clock with a premiere, and then of course, as any other type of video you can go and watch on. So I invite you to do that. Um, and other than that, I can't think of anything else. Back to you, Mike.
All right. And for those of you on YouTube, I do want to let you know that tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern, this will also be on the Rumble channel. I will continue with Batman Arkham Knight, starting at 6 p.m. Eastern. And then, of course, Sunday's edition of Pop Talk on both channels at 1 p.m. Eastern. Now, for next week, I'm thinking of dropping Contra Operation Galuga, and I'll just record the rest of the gameplay offline when I have a chance and upload it after it's all said and done. But next week, I know I'm probably going to still be playing Batman Arkham Knight, regardless of how far I get tomorrow, because I still have a ways to go before I actually beat the game. And then for the other game for next week, I'm going to play Alien Isolation. I played a little bit offline after I bought it, but now I'm going to be playing it on stream, and we'll see how quickly the Xenomorph kills me. And then, of course, next Wednesday on Pacific414 Pop Talk, we're going to be doing a simulcast with Jason Fox's 540 Studio at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And we're going to be watching the original Crow with Brandon Lee. So I invite you all to join us for that. And again, it's a co-production of Pacific414 Pop Talk and 540 Studio. And all you have to do when we have the watch parties is click on to the Cosme link that will be pinned to the top of both chats on YouTube and Rumble.
Epic event that nobody thought would ever happen is happening. 540 Studio and Pacific 414.
Well, Jason and I were talking, and I was thinking, what movie should we watch as our second watch party of the month? And I was thinking about The Crow, and then Jace mentions that he wants to have a Crow watch party. And so I was thinking about doing a watch party near the end of the month on Pop Talk for our second watch party of October of The Crow. So we put our heads together and decided that that's going to be our second watch party. And we did a test with Restream to make sure that when I start the stream on Restream on my end, that he can still share it out and everything. So that's what's going to be happening. And yeah, looking forward to it. And then again, a reminder that we still have the poll going until the end of Sunday's Pop Talk for our watch party on November 6th. And I'll go ahead and bring the poll up again so you can see what your choices are as far as movies.
Vote early, vote often.
And let me go ahead and refresh this. I haven't refreshed this since I showed it earlier. See if any other votes have been casted. Nope, still 18 votes. But the choices are Back to the Future, Transformers 1, Race for Your Life, Charlie Brown, Bon Voyage, Charlie Brown. Again, near the end of Sunday's Pop Talk, we will reveal the results of the poll.
I can't wait.
All right. Yeah. I'm looking forward to see what everybody chooses for our first November watch party. And of course, the second one, it's going to be another double feature, just like this past Sundays. And it will be on a Sunday. And we're going to be watching Planes, Trains, and Automobiles along with Uncle Buck. It's going to be a John Hughes, John Candy double feature.
There we go. With Steve Martin throwing in for half of it.
Yeah. Yes, sir. It's time for us to head over to Rumble. I'm sure there are a few things Baron, Cash, and I want to talk about over there that we would get dinged for on YouTube.
Yes.
Can I say it now? Can I say the F now? Or do I have to wait till we get to Rumble?
Wait.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure.
When we turn off our stuff, Mike, we have to go to the edit, right? in the restream, and
Go
it says
into
little,
your YouTube studio, go to live, click on the live indicator when you're in the actual studio where you see the end stream button on your side for Phantom Hooligans and for Baron's side on Baron Orentag's Phantom Legacy. Hit end stream. It should end. I will double check to make sure that the streams have ended on all 3 YouTube channels before we start speaking over on Rumble. So those of you
Okay.
watching on Rumble, if we're silent, it's only because we're double checking, triple checking to make
Okay, so
sure that
live.
everything
Yep.
has ended. But excuse me.
I'm looking
Sorry
for
about
it.
that. Sorry about that. But I do
Ow!
want to.
Ah! Ah!
It wasn't that bad. It's not as bad as my coughing has been before.
Yeah, it's a lot better. But I don't know if you had the first freeze come through. We kind of had, so it's kind of helping kill those old bastards out there. That's causing it.
Yeah, it was actually cooler today. It was actually 51 today.
Yeah, it's
So
cooler
we-
here too. It's nice.
We got our first real hint of fall in the air, so
Mhm.
it's nice. I don't mind it. Doesn't bother
Wow.
me.
I love fall. I love fall.
But before we leave, I do want to thank those of you who are on the YouTube side on all 3 channels. Leia Rose, thank you very much. DJ Ronnie G, thank you very much. Low Spec Linux Gaming, thank you very much. Brett Cohen, thank you very much, brother. FKHC 2005, also known as Tim, thank you very much. Phil McCracken, thank you very much. And the Pata Wannabe, thank you very much. And for those of you on the YouTube side, if you haven't done so already, or you're watching this on the replay, make sure you hit that like button, share it out, and consider subscribing to Baron Orentag's Phantom Legacy, the Phantom Hooligans, and Pacific 414. So until then, YouTubers, take care, and we will see you later.
Take care, all.
All right.
Okay, so I think I can do it this way. I'm going to turn this off. I haven't done this before, so I'm gonna turn
It's
this
all right.
off.
It's all right. It's all right.
Have you ever done this before, Baron?
Nope,
Okay.
but I think I did it
Okay.
because I'm SMRT. That's right. I'm SMRT.
Okay, I turned this off. It says, please.
Okay, it's still saying I'm.
Let's see.
Okay, it's saying no data. Let me just double check.
This
Yeah,
is, of course, new stuff we have to figure
you know
out
what?
now.
I